მე ვარ Kirk, Richardsoni, მშვიდობის კორპუსის მოხალისება, ვასწავლე ინგლისურს და ვმუშაობ მეორე საჯარო სკოლაში, ლანჩხუთში. რისი თქმა შემიძლია ჩვენი გამოცდილების შესახებ საქართველოში? არის ის ცხოვრების სეული ძვირფასი გამოცდილება, რომელიც ჩვენ არ შევიძინეთ მათთან თანამშრომლობით და მათ გვერდით ცხოვრებით. So, my host granddad, Yuza, is an emotional guy. Funny, spry, but above all, great at communicating his feelings. And about a year ago, over a springtime supper with the rest of my host family, he decided it was time for me to learn some Georgian poetry. And after some debate within the host family, he decided on a line by Yosef Noneshvili. Mast alebeli zogjer ushvilo, magra mravali shvili sumshoveli. Teacher, though sometimes without children, yet the teacher of many children, the parent of many children. And as I struggled with the pronunciation and slowly began to grasp the meaning, I looked across the table and I noticed Yuza's eyes were beginning to well with tears. And he laughed in the sort of half-crying way that he sometimes does, took my hand in his, and told me how unbelievably happy he was that I was there with him, living as a member of his family, and working at the school to which he had sent his children and his grandchildren. That was the moment I really began to grasp the import of the work I was doing, the work we have all been doing in Georgia. I was both the teacher and the child, learning far more than I could ever hope to impart. And it's strange to think about, but in the week prior to departure, I had been sitting on my patio in Florida, grappling with the exotic sounds of with only a vague sense that that word, teacher, would be an important one. And to conceive of the unfolding which has taken us from then to now is difficult even in retrospect. We have shared an experience dense enough to fill a lifetime. We have made lifelong friends, learned a language, and have planted the seeds of change in the minds of a generation. We have grown and learned together, surmounted challenges, and have fallen in love. We have immersed ourselves within the lifeblood of a people and a culture, and in giving our time, have invested in its future in a way which will not be forgotten. Our work in Georgia has increased the technical capacity of Georgian youth and community leaders nationwide, built relationships between peoples once separated by distance, language, and culture, and has augmented the transformative power of coming generations to determine their role in the world. The American businessman Henry Ford once said, "Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success." If we as an organization have achieved much, it is because of the partnerships we have forged. I want to thank foremost Minister Sanikidze for being here tonight, as well as Ambassador Norland for being here tonight, as well as everyone else at the embassy and the ministry for so consistently showing us support. I want to thank the Peace Corps Georgia staff, whose dedication, competency, and thoughtfulness underpin our successful service, and without whom none of this would be possible. Lastly, I want to thank the partnering institutions, the NGOs, the businesses, and the schools with whom we have spent so much time working patiently toward our common goals. To close, it seems appropriate to quote John F. Kennedy, whose legacy reaches through decades to change the shape of our lives today. He said, "The problems of the world cannot possibly be solved by skeptics or cynics whose horizons are limited by the obvious realities. We need men and women who can dream of things that never were and ask, why not?" In a time when the problems of the world can sometimes seem too much with us. We need individuals who are not only knowledgeable of the challenges before them, but those who possess the courage to address them. Looking around the room, I can think of no other group of individuals so talented, so motivated, and so prepared as you, my fellow volunteers. I am incredibly glad to have had the opportunity to work alongside you, and I am truly excited to be a participant in the future we create. Thank you.